balls. See, like this kind of stuff, Kenneth does really good. He's got good eye contact, you know what I mean? He's checking out the balls. He can, you know, I would hate to lose that.
Right.
You know, because see how he can, see this is very difficult. This is one thing with special needs kids, and I don't know how he's doing it, but he is. The eyes tend to always go with the head. And he's got such a great way of, you know, where he can look here, he can look there, you know, he's really has some very good fluid eyes. Like here, see the head's up and he's looking this way. And also, he can look up behind him. A lot of my kids, that's why I have to bring in Diane, because they can look but only on the horizon. So anything looking up is very difficult. And he is very, like here, right there, see? He has really good eye strength. So those are the things I'd hate to, you know, lose. So since we're videotaping this for your mommy, I am going to... Has his eating gotten a bit better?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. He was just sick just like 2-3 days.
Oh.
He was throwing out, but when he eats, he really good.
Oh, good. So I'm going to talk through it so you get it on the tape on how to do it.
Yeah.
So most people think, oh, do you see are you a ham? Who's that? Who is that? Oh. See, now right now he's doing 3 objects, 2 balls plus the video camera, and me. You know, that's pretty complex. Is that you pretty? The one thing that needs to be done in the jaw is the jaw has to be independent from the skull itself. And the jaw does another thing. The jaw is the prime example of gravity. So that's why babies put stuff in their mouth. It's actually that action so they learn gravity. Here, I'll take this pen. There you go. It makes all sorts of fun noises. So when the jaw has issues, usually the child has issues with gravities. I know, dancer. So, but what I'm doing here is kind of just very lightly sliding the jaw, maybe 1/4 of an inch, just to make the jaw more independent. So instead of just, you know, this is more exaggerated. But if you look at him, he does stuff like that very naturally with Kamari. But I have my fingers just into the side of the jawbone here, the mandible, right onto the side, and I'm just now just lightly twisting the jaw. Now, if you were doing this, chocolate or something, maple syrup, sticky stuff, you can put your thumb here and stuff. I don't do it because, you know, just because of germs and he's not my kid. But to do therapy this way would be very easy to do. You could have crunchies, you can have, you know, but what I like to do is keep the food on the exterior so you get much more of that tongue. One of the things, you better be careful because there it goes. I love that age where they're actually more embarrassed than they are. We're going to master this thing. But that's why as a baby you make them do raspberries, is because the tongue should be able to come outside the mouth. So if you actually put, yeah. You have 2 balls in one hand? Do you have 2 balls? Huh? Is that you?
Is better?
It's like, Mom, I was doing that better without you. Huh? It's a pretty dress.
No, thank you. You want to come out, huh?
What you can do here, it will stimulate a grind, but what it's stimulating is the chew. So you're just going right in between the teeth. Right in. There he goes. He's not going down, he's going up. Until your mom stays skinny. She's basically chasing after him. Huh? Oh, is that tongue? Do you want to now top that one over? You didn't have enough with toppling the other one over?
Other seat? Yeah.
No, see, he was trying to top that one over, and now he's up there trying to topple that one over, rocking it back and forth. See, look at him.
Yeah.
Stinker. Unfortunately, usually gravity wins. So this one here now, if you want to work on where he pronates, because this is blowing bubbles. So I'm just underneath what they call the mastoid process. With him, you'll feel the shunt line on the one side and the other side of the skull. What I'm doing is rotating, so it's like a lift and a rotation. Do you want a chair? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
And rotating, because that's blowing a bubble.
You rotate
That's
your back?
giving. I'm pushing up the back, but rotating through the thumbs.
Okay.
So there. See now he's. Are you stuck? I think you are.
Say help. Help. That's a
And then you can do the same movement and now just a twist. Yeah, man, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh no, not the toy. That's yours. Here.
Bye. Say bye. Bye.
Don't cry, okay.
What? Because you went bye-bye?
Just like bye-bye.
Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. I still want to know what he turns out like when he's 21. Oh my God. So now this work I never usually do much muscle work, and again you'll have it on the video anyway. But the tongue attaches all the way back there. So what I'm doing is that I'm right underneath the jawbone, and then I'm right here at the joint of the jawbone here on some people know it as a TMJ, but you know on the outside the mastoid process. And again I'm working on the rotation. Most people think it's a massage. It's not a massage. I'm always dealing with the rotation. But you can see more and more that I'm doing that. It's really stimulating him to grind his teeth. But right now, I'm sure he'd probably prefer a cracker. You know what I mean? What? Am I getting you hungry, all this mouth work?
Yes. This is mine.
You can use your words. Say what, Mom? You're doing a good job. Is that your brother?
No, not at all.
Ooh, it lights up. Ooh, what does it do? Wow. Oh.
That's not your cue. No. No, you already were. You're cute.
Good throw. Here, take the world. Whee! I gave you the world.
No. Would you like a tiger?
Please. And this kind of movement really helps where the child learns to have the head come over their system when they're standing. Kids get used to holding their head in the same place, but if you watch Kamara, how much the top of the head actually moves, it assists him with balance. You just pretend there's something on the top of his head, and see how much the head actually moves, versus everyone thinks that the head is kind of stuck here on the spine, and we walk around like this. That's actually hard to do. You know, like if I had to put this on top of my head and walk, like, you know, and balanced it, that's hard to do because we're moving our heads so much. So, but with our kids, since you know, in his case, he lies a lot or whatever. He just doesn't get the practice of it. Just come in here and see how I'm moving the jaw and sort of moving, just almost like I'm opening up a jar, rotating the head that way. And then you can just do the opposite. Who's there? But see how the head is moving, let's say, with the jaw or the face. And that would be running, you know what I mean? That's walking, that's coming over. If you actually look at those two parts on come on, you can really see that people don't take that into appreciation, those subtleties of the head. So see how he can go, tilt it. And also what this helps with is how much quicker he gets. So lots of times you see people, especially like you were just in Philadelphia, how some people like, I don't know, you know, eating really fast or whatever, they have a different acceleration. Whereas when our kids start to learn how to eat, it's much more like, you know, like very slow. And this helps with the speed of the eating. Or like him, watch the difference when he sucks back a bottle versus when he does it. That suck reflex is going to be slower.
Yes. He's like really slow.
Yeah.
He takes a little bit of the time.
Right. But see how I'm underneath here and working on the speed of the head. So I'm almost like lifting, but I never go up, down, left, right. I'm always doing a rotation because that's what we do. Left, right, up, down is more so for direction. It's not how the bodies work. See when he walks, see how his head turns around the body. But see, he's practicing. See how he looks up real quick at you? He practices this all day long, where he just doesn't get the opportunity. He does it much more with his eyes. That's why his eyes are so good.
Yeah.
You know, he's got great eyes that way, but this way too to help. I thought you might like that one. Whoosh. But eventually, when he walks, you want the head to be able to do these nice little subtle moves versus, you know. And I wish I had her here, but you could see that much more with the little girl that left because she has cerebral palsy. She gets very, you know, rigid up on top. And that's why it's so hard for them to walk. You like that toy? So now I can come under the head here and still work on, so I'm literally like this under the head. So it's a lifting up, and I can do that with his jaw. So it's almost like he's bouncing. I know, and it feels good. I mean, I'm not doing anything forceful. There we go. But see, everything gets to hook up. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Right. Boom, boom, boom. Now again, would I do this with a 92-year-old? I don't think so, but kids are meant to have fast heads. That's what happens when we become adults. Our heads slow down. That's Alzheimer's. Oh, you know, drugs, alcohol, the heads really slow down. Whereas again, like if I did more, see how quick he can go? Woof. Where's mommy? Hooray. What? Whee! can see, even again at this age, his hands and eyes are separate functions where he can still play with the toy and look up and down again. So all of these actions you want to work on with the feeding. Because like my son, Graham, when he started, and this is the stuff I wish I'd known more so when I was working with him, but his eyes would just check out. If he'd go to eat, his eyes would roll in his head. And I'd look at my husband like, what's going on? But his brain was like, I can either see or eat, but I can't do both. But see how this is connecting? There's no difference than him just lying here than this. I'm just teasing his brain in this sense. Did you see you? Is that you? Oh, you jumping now? Jump, jump, jump.